Okay. Hey, Slade. Happy
Hey,
Pride.
happy Pride. Yes, it's what, June 3rd?
Uh-huh. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud to be gay.
Yeah. Love to see it. Love to
Love
be
to
it.
see it. Yeah.
Um, what are you sipping on today?
I'm a health queen, so I'm drinking water with BCAAs and it's lemonade flavor.
Yum. I have no idea what that is, but
Um, it just helps with muscle growth and muscle recovery, gives you energy.
nice, nice.
Yeah,
I'm sipping on coffee
I love
from the
it.
wonderful Wandering Bear coffee, if anyone has ever tried that.
Mm.
Okay. I'm sitting down with Dustin, and can you tell the people what you do?
I am a hairstylist in the entertainment industry, and currently I am.
Nominated, Emmy nominated.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. And I've won two Moaz Awards, which is like the makeup and hair and guild awards.
I was gonna say, I know absolutely nothing about that side of TV films, so I was like, that sounds like a fun award. I don't know what it is, but
It's one of my favorite awards to go to because it's all my peers that voted for me.
hmm.
And I feel like the Emmys is more of like a popularity contest.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're not like 40 or 50 above, you're not going to win. So, like, when I was at the Emmys, I was like, ooh, I'm like the youngest one here.
Mm.
So,
But okay, so you work on a show called Abbott Elementary.
yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
do Lisa's hair and
Chris
Chris's hair.
Perfetti.
Okay. Um, I and you do Lisa's hair and other folks for like red carpets and things. Yes?
I do. I do Chris for red carpets,
Okay.
appearances, talk shows.
Tell me how you got into this business.
Oh my
How did
God.
you become a celeb stylist?
I feel like when I was little, I always wanted to do something in entertainment. And when I was little, I wanted to be a movie director.
Mm.
And I feel like I can still, I know, I know I can still do that eventually. But I went to performing arts school, and a teacher told me I should do hair because I was doing hair for all of our school plays, and I kind of just fell into it. I was like, this is fun. And then I was doing hair for like friends, putting extensions in, like, didn't really know what I was doing. And then I went to Paul Mitchell in Ohio, of all places. Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever would have been like, yeah, Ohio for Paul Mitchell.
No, 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 no. But I was born in Texas.
Oh, okay.
I was born in Texas. Um, but I graduated from Paul Mitchell and then like started assisting. And how I moved out here is the true tea.
Mm. I'm ready for it.
So, so I lived with my best friend, and we lived with a girl who was a stripper. And she would work like one day a week and make like $3,000 to $5,000. And she didn't work for like the whole month. I was like, damn, I
Love
would
that for
love to
her.
do that. Yeah. So I was still like working in a salon, doing clients, and I always wanted to move to LA. I just never knew how. And then my best friend came to me and was like, oh, look, I found this strip club. And I was like, oh, are we going to strip? And he was like, yeah. So we practiced how to do like pole tricks in Ohio. And then we drove to Atlanta, and it's in Atlanta. And the club at the time was called Bliss. And we tried out, and there was a house mother, and her name was Dee Dee. And we tried out. She loved us. And you have to go get a permit in Atlanta, Georgia, in order to strip. So you have to go and get your fingerprints and like sign a bunch of paperwork. Then they give you like an ID, and then we started doing that. And then I eventually, me and him both moved out here with our stripper money.
Nice. Nice.
And then I started working on a salon in Beverly Hills. And then a guy who was already in the union was like, "Do you want to work in television and film?" And I was like, "Yes." And we started working on a movie together. And the weird thing is, we went to Ohio, Cleveland, to do a movie, and it was called I See You with, oh my God, see, I'm so bad with names. What's her name from Mad About You?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea.
Um, God, what
I've
is her
never
name?
seen that. Wait, I can look
No,
it up. I literally
it's
have.
it's a show from like the 90s. And I feel like it was like Lisa's competitor show back in the 90s. Because Lisa had a show back in the day.
She had the Emerald Show? No.
I think
Oh,
so.
oh, like Lisa's like her own like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were like
that
competitors.
yeah, that was her. Yes, I know the show you're talking about. I forgot its name, but
God, what is her name? She
Helen
was in
Hunt.
Twister. Yes, Helen Hunt.
Okay.
Her. So that queen, so we went and did a movie in Cleveland, Ohio, and then they did a reboot about Mad About You with Helen Hunt. And then I got into the union, and yeah, and then that's kind of how everything started.
Do you have like a certain like style? Like, do you prefer doing like bigger wigs, hairstyles, or do you like the like red
Hmm.
carpet vibe? Are you liking doing shows like Abbott where it's like, I mean, like Lisa's got some like Hollywood hair for a Philadelphia school teacher.
I mean, that's tea. That's tea. I mean, I feel like if you watch the beginning episodes of Abbott, like the first season, everyone looked like they were struggling. They looked
Yeah.
like true teachers, low budget. And then second season, they kind of got like a makeover. And then as the seasons gone on, Lisa's became more and more like a mafia, like
Yeah. Italian
um
mob wife kind of.
yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I feel like we were kind of discovering her look. But back to your question, I feel like I like to do everything. Like I think I like the consistency of being on a show, but I like the creative aspect of doing red carpet.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think I like to do both. I think like my ultimate, like what the next thing I want to do is go on tour with like an artist.
Mm.
That would be the next thing I would like to do. Travel the
Also,
world,
for anyone wondering, when I say Lisa, I'm talking about Lisa and Walter, and when we say Chris, we're talking about Chris Perfetti.
period.
I think we only said Chris's last name, and I'm not even on a first name basis with any of these people. You are, but
Yes, 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 yes. Um, but yeah, I feel like I kind of want to do everything. And I kind of want to do, I'm like in this transition period where I kind of want to do like a lifestyle brand, like along
oh,
with doing hair. Cause I can do like, I'm super into like interior design. I'm super into
mhm.
painting. Like I went to a performing arts school, so I could like wear so many hats.
I feel like you have such a specific like brand too. Like hanging out with you and like seeing your photos and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Like I think you as like if you had your own like business of things, you
Uh-huh.
have such a specific brand that I think it would work so well, especially like in LA.
What's my
Like
what's my brand?
it's like so sleek and it's um oh, I don't even know. Like I'm seeing like are you like you said interior designer, do you like a more minimalist look
I do. I do. I
with like
like
pops of color and like yeah,
yes,
see?
girl. Yeah.
Yeah. but like that's the energy that you give off. I'm like I've literally you guys I've never seen any of your house or anything, but I'm like this is how I feel like it would be.
It's
It's just the
very much
vibe you give off.
yes, yes, yes. But I don't know, like I just kind of want to do everything. I feel like as a creative, you should be able to wear all these hats.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, and I think like my end goal is to eventually write about my journey from a stripper and then to becoming a hairstylist of today. Cause it's like
Hmm.
that's really what I always wanted. And I'm a true believer in anything you ever want, you can make happen.
Period.
Yeah.
Did you would you ever do like theatrical? Like would you ever do wigs for like plays and musicals?
Yes, I probably would. It depends. When I was in New York recently, I saw Death Becomes Her,
Oh my God.
and it's so fucking good.
It's so good.
I was so blown away, and it's so gay driven,
Yeah.
and I was just, and it's funny,
Hmm.
and I would totally do something like that. That's like totally up my alley. I think I like glamour. I like
Yeah.
drag. I'm like
We have
huge.
to get you in with Jerry Mitchell. I literally just interviewed Jerry Mitchell yesterday.
Who's
Jerry
that?
Jerry Mitchell is like he's a producer, he's a choreographer, director. He does Broadway Bears here. He's the one who started
Oh,
Broadway
okay.
Bears for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. He did Betty Boop on Broadway right now. That's a show on Broadway right now. He did
Amazing.
Hairspray, he did Kinky Boots,
Oh,
Legally
amazing.
Blondes.
I love
It's
it.
really fun. But he does a lot of like I think you would have loved like doing a wig design for like Kinky Boots.
Yes. See, that's like totally up my alley.
Yeah.
We did a drag episode, third season, and
Oh
like
yes.
we had Shea Coulee, we had Simone, and I love Simone. And then who else do we have? We had those two main RuPaul girls, and then we had three other local drag queens, and we did my department head, Maria Frazier. She like she kind of designed the wigs for it, and then I designed my own wig for one of the drag queens, and that was like it was like a dream for us. And normally drag queens don't like for you to do their wigs, and
Hmm.
they let us design their wigs for them. And it was also because Maria, which is Fingas,
Okay.
she did RuPaul for season 16, I think. Begin like the first episode. And do you watch Drag Race?
I've seen like a bunch of random episodes, but I don't watch it like religiously.
Girl. Oh my God. It for me it's
It
like my
depends on like who
drug.
the it depends on like who the guest judges too, you
Yes,
know?
yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I feel you. But that was like we were in our element for that. And we won our Moaz Award, and then that's what we went to the Emmys with for our episode.
Wait, have you seen Titanic here? Has Jordan
No.
taken you? Oh my
No,
God.
no, but I think there was one time when I was in New York, he went and saw that. I think it was the
It
time.
was probably when he was with me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Hmm.
We that is a show that I take like if you visit, I'm so sad because it's closing in the next 2 weeks.
Boo.
I think they want to tour. I think that's kind of the tea because they have a show in Chicago right now, and
Mhm.
I think they should have one in LA. I feel like it would do really well in LA. And then they're over on the West End right now, but it's I think you would love it because there are apparently a ton of Drag Race like
RuPaul
mentions.
girls?
Yeah, no, not like in it. Although they've had some, but like they're just like call outs to like different episodes or different like meme worthy things from
Got
RuPaul.
it. Okay, okay,
And
okay.
I went with a friend of mine who watches RuPaul like religiously. And
Hmm.
at the end of the show, he turned to me and he was like, "You understood like half of that show, didn't you?" I was like, "I did, but I had a lot of fun." Because
That's all
like
that matters.
I wouldn't know that it was like referencing anything, but like what's the I've seen the video. Who's the queen who she has I think it was during a lip sync battle and she takes her wig off and there's like petals that come.
Oh, Sasha Velour.
Yeah, so they do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so the show is called Titanic. It's the
Okay.
story of the Titanic as told
Uh-huh.
by Celine Dion, who was absolutely definitely on the ship.
Oh my God.
And
That's
it's
it's so drag.
yeah, and it's oh my God, it's like one of the gayest, most fantastic shows that I've seen. Um and so you have like all of the characters along with Celine Dion. It's all told by in her like with her music. So it's a
Uh-huh.
jukebox musical. And there's a moment where there's a character called the Iceberg Bitch, and she comes
Ooh.
out, and it's
Uh-huh.
literally someone wearing like a foam iceberg wig, and
Uh-huh.
she sings River Deep, Mountain High,
Oh, word.
and they have a lip sync battle for a lifeboat. And she does the
Stop.
thing where she's like, and now it's time for you to lip sync for your life.
Oh my.
Boat. Don't fuck it up.
Yes.
It's so good. And oh, there was one time that I went to go see it and I literally sat next to one of RuPaul's girls and I had no idea who I was sitting next to.
Hmm.
Found out like
Who was
after
it?
the fact. Oh my gosh, I should remember her name because I don't even know. Wait, I'm gonna text my friend. He'll tell me like immediately. Because he was sitting next to her for a bit when she came and sat down because we already had our seats and then she came and
Hmm.
sat down and he was like, I'm gonna go get a drink, but I need you to sit where I am or I'm going to lose my shit the entire show. So I
Oh,
sat next to her because he knew that I had no idea who she was.
oh, okay. See, that's good.
Wait, let me text him. I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, like Sasha Velour is like she has like the iconic lip sync of all drag race history.
Oh, Laganja Estranja. That's who I sat next to.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. She's one of the dolls.
Yes.
Love
I
her.
just remember being like, wow, she smells really good. And I think
I
I
love
asked her
that.
what perfume she was wearing, and I was like,
Yeah.
I heard the name and I was like, I can't afford that. I'm not even going to like keep it in my brain. I already know. And
So
then,
I need to go see that.
yes, I don't
If
know. It's definitely
wait,
in Chicago.
okay.
It's not going to be here when you guys are here in Philly. So unless you literally fly in like this weekend, because I think it
Mm,
literally closes at the end of like midway through June.
damn.
It's so good. I remember because I usually my thing is I'm like, if you're here visiting me, I will pay for your ticket. We're go like block off the day. Don't do anything else. We're going to see the show. It's
Period.
my favorite off Broadway thing. Um, it's so stupid funny. Like it's stupid funny. Do you have any advice for anyone who is really into hair and designing things like that?
I think for me, never have an ego. Never have an ego and always be willing to learn from other people. Cause like just because you know something, someone else's way to get from point A to point B might be totally different. It might be faster.
Hmm.
So just be open to learning new ideas and failing. Failing is not um it's a good thing. Failing is good. Like failing, you should always want to keep your head up, and like success, you should kind of like keep your head down, like
Right.
low key.
Um, are you excited about like can you give us any hints on what your guys are planning for the next season for hair? Or
Um,
is there going to be like any big differences? Because I know it was a big thing when like Quinta's wig changed.
yes, yes.
Very
I
small
don't.
change, but like
Yeah, like Quinta's the one always in control, and because she's the queen. She's
hmm.
she's our queen bee.
Right.
Um, but we don't really know. Like, I think we won't know until like right before we start. We get this because we haven't gotten a script, like nothing.
Do
And I
you guys
think,
base a lot of your stuff off of I mean that makes sense to base it off of the script, but like is everything very specific to each script
yeah,
or is it kind of like an arc season wise? Because like I know Ava's hair is very specific almost always, but like
totally. I feel like Ava's like she is she's a bad bitch. So like
Hmm.
she's always gonna be like, and two, she's got secret money that nobody else has.
Right.
So she's always gonna be like more elevated than everyone else.
Hmm.
And like kind of Lisa too. Like Lisa has secret money, like you like because you go to her house and you're like, how? Like, how do you
Yeah.
have this
All of
house
the
with this
plastic and
Yes, it's so on point with like just her character in general. And but we base everything on the script.
okay.
And then and I think also Quinta will be like, okay, this is what I envision.
Hmm.
But so it's kind of like we can always collaborate with Quinta, but like she always has the last say and is in control.
Do you guys also do like the kids' hair? Like, do you guys ever do anything with the kids, or is it kind of just like they kind of?
We do. I normally our department head does. Like depending on the character. I think like last season we had a kid get like glitter bombed and Maria designed a like we kind of all helped, but she designed the glitter wig for it and you couldn't even tell it was a wig and that's
Hmm.
always, you know,
Right.
that's Hollywood, you know? But what was the question?
Do you work with the kids' hair as well?
Oh,
Like
okay,
as
okay,
like
okay. I would say first season we did, but like not anymore. Like
okay.
we have our additionals that take care of the kids, and that's it. I am mainly focus with Lisa and Chris, and then if we get a like we get a new like star for the episode, then I'll be like, oh, I want to do their hair,
Hmm.
and then I'll do work with them.
Right. I always am so intrigued because like especially with like extra, I mean like some shows have a bajillion extras and especially for shows that are
Yes.
like it blows my mind for shows like Maisel or like what's the one that Christine Baranski's in that like old oh my gosh. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like those like
Is it
um
like 1920s?
yeah, like those
Oh,
like
okay,
all of
okay.
those extras have to get very
Oh,
specific
oh
costumes,
yeah.
very specific hair, and I'm like, how much time do you guys have in your day? Because clearly you have more than I do.
Well,
Like,
okay, so how that normally works is like, say, if you're coming in and you are being the additional, they'll be like, you need to come with like rollers in your hair, like foam
hmm.
rollers,
Hmm.
and style it the night before, put like a scarf over. You come in, you wear it all day, all night. You come in the morning, you take it out, and then you style you.
Hmm.
So it's like you have to be quick because there'll be like 200 background.
Yeah. It's
And
insane looking at some of those. And then like with Maisel, I never auditioned for Maisel because half the time or like for extra work, it was like we'll be using wool and I think I'm allergic to wool. So I was like, well, I won't be doing that. But
oh
I
damn.
know there's so many shows that I'm like, well, if it's a period piece, I can't. I
You
will
can't do
I will
it?
break out into hives
Oh
because
my
like they
God.
just say like do not submit if you are allergic to wool because they like don't have time to not put you in a wool piece and then if you have an issue on set like that's a whole thing. So I just
Got
don't
it.
even. But I also know with Maisel they were cutting girls' hair so that they were correct to like the 50s.
Oh,
And so
okay,
some people,
okay.
like I had some friends who would go, they would get their haircut, free haircut, and they wouldn't be
Uh-huh.
used on set. So it was like, well,
Oh
now I
my
have a
God.
bob. Like
I
now I
would,
have short hair.
oh my God. And to like, I mean, low key, when you're like doing that, it's like not even worth the money for that. So you're
Yeah.
like, I just
It's
got
like
this bob
200. It's like
and
200. I
my
think you can charge
headshots
it
are
as.
with long hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. That's another reason I'm like, I've never done anything where it's like, we'll be cutting your hair. And I'm like, no, you will not.
No.
No,
Well,
thank you.
the thing is, if like with your length hair, you can actually still have it pretty short.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like, and you just have to curl it really, really like a tight, a
Mm-hmm.
small ass curling iron.
I think a friend of mine, she has like her hair is maybe a little bit longer than mine, and they ended up
Uh-huh.
just doing like a fake.
Yeah, you can
Like
totally
they
you can
just did
fake
like
it.
the fake, yeah. I think that's what they did with
Exactly.
her hair. But then of course another friend of mine, they like fully chopped off. And she
Honestly,
had like
wish
such
was she being a diva? Because that's like if she
that's
was
so
like,
much. And she was like, I wasn't, they cut my scene. I wasn't even used. I was like, even
I would be so mad,
when I did
so
Chicago
mad.
Fire, they had me like I think on hold for like a not a featured role, but they were like going to show my face as like an extra, whatever
Okay,
that term is, as someone who just like I guess they walked past me and they were like, "Where is the guy?" And I was just like, they like I was just gonna point or something. So they did my hair, they did my makeup, and they were like, "Just kidding, we're gonna use this other person." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I was just like, my hair was super simple. It looked like like a receptionist kind of type thing. They did my makeup and
okay.
everything.
What was the other girl? What did she like? What was the difference between you two?
She was like 2 inches taller than me. I don't know.
Um,
I don't really know. We were sitting regardless, but
we
I
could stand
still,
on an apple box.
yeah. Well, I was just like, I don't know why they,
And plus, you're sitting down, right? Weren't you sitting down?
yeah. We
Makes
both
sense.
got there at like 6 a.m. because that's when they called us in. And
That's
they
about
did
right.
my hair, they did my makeup, and then they were like, actually, we're going with someone else, but we'll find another spot for you. So then I just was interested, like, I essentially was there all day. I got paid golden because
Oh,
I was there
great.
for so long.
Yeah.
Um, and then every scene that I was like a background in, I remember like trying to figure out what episode it was because I also didn't even know
Uh-huh.
what episode we were filming. And so I
Okay.
went through most of the season and I was like, none of this looks familiar to me at
Really? And so
all.
you
Like
couldn't
I
even find
have
yourself.
no. I was like, I
Mm,
can't find myself in the background. I don't even see the scenes that I was like in the background for because I watched them,
yeah.
film that whole time. But it was so
Of
cool being on
course.
that set because one of the I don't I guess he was a PA. There was like I did my like walking track and then I ended up in a hallway and they had a bunch of monitors and we were supposed to go somewhere else I think afterwards so we could like just be reset already and he was
Yeah.
like you're an actor you can come and watch and so I watched the monitors like I watched the
Oh,
what they were
great.
filming and everything and that was really fun and like an interesting thing I'll be excited once I start to get to work on sets and things like that on TV film because that's like
That's the dream. That's the goal.
yeah, like my goal has always been Broadway, I think, but like
Okay.
I'm slowly moving into TV film because also I'm five
Like, why
one.
not? You're 5'1"?
Yeah, I'm a shorty.
I don't see. I don't remember. For some reason, I thought you were like 5'5".
No,
No.
I'm only like an inch or two shorter than Lisa, although she wears
Oh,
her like heels,
yes.
so I no one ever knows how
Yes.
tall she is. But
No, no, no. Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm a shorty, but I'm like that's perfect for TV film because it doesn't matter how short or tall
Yes.
you are.
Yeah,
I
it's
just met
true.
I just met Sarah Hyland yesterday. I literally thought this woman was like 5'5" at least, like watching
Oh,
Modern Family. She is my height.
yeah. Well, you know what I did a photo shoot with Lisa and she was on the cover and who is Goldie Hawn's daughter? What's her name? Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Oh, I don't even know.
Well, it was Goldie Hawn's daughter and I saw her. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's tiny. She's
Yeah.
tiny." And I
People on
like
TV from are so teeny.
yes, and like for years I thought she was like super tall. And I saw her and I was like, "She's tiny."
Well, Ariana
And
Grande and Cynthia Erivo look so tall in Wicked, and they are
yeah,
literally 5'2", 5'3".
yes,
They are
yes,
shorties, although they also
yeah,
have them in like heels and boots and like things like that. But
yes.
still, the TV.
We just need to get you in like high heel, like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is like super, she's short too. She's like 5'1",
I
5'2".
know.
So the gentleman you were talking about earlier did he like help design that show? Or
Who was I
like,
talking about earlier?
you interviewed him, you told me I need
Oh
to,
no, Jerry Mitchell has nothing to do with this show. But Jerry
okay.
Mitchell, he does shows like that. Like he loves a big glitzy glam Broadway musical. Like he's doing Boop right now, and the wig that they have for Boop is like I don't think I've ever thought about what Boop's hair would look like not as a cartoon, but they've done a
Uh-huh.
really great job I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously Kinky Boots, like all of those wigs were so
Mm.
specific to each.
Have you seen it? Have you seen Boop?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you know
I
the
liked it.
history? Do you know the history behind the like Betty Boop? It was like taken from an actual girl artist
Oh, I didn't know that.
who, yeah, it was originally taken from a young colored girl, and then like she kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, but then somebody went and took the idea from her and her voice and then turned her into a cartoon and made her white.
Hmm,
Yeah. And
interesting.
Lisa went and saw it, and she would thought it was going to be about like the history of the actual Betty Boop.
No,
And
it's
it was
nothing about
definitely
that.
not.
No,
And I was like, lies, Liza Minnelli.
no, it's Les Manelli. No, it's like Boop essentially escapes the cartoon world and comes to somehow shows up at a Comic-Con in 2025 in New York
Hmm.
City
Okay.
and meets a young girl who's 14 who is absolutely obsessed with Betty Boop. Like, it's a very heartwarming story because they do the thing where Betty's like, all you have to do is be yourself, and like people will
Hmm.
like you because Betty doesn't change herself in her cartoons. She always
Yeah.
does this thing. And like obviously being in New York City, she doesn't change herself. Jasmine, who is currently nominated for a Tony, like does her voice the entire show.
Amazing. And is it
Like
like that high pitch?
mm-hmm,
Oh, that's great.
mm-hmm. It's like a high pitched, like kind of New York-ish, like accenty kind of thing going on.
Okay. Go see
It's
it. Go
yeah,
see it.
it's a good one. It's probably that one
Okay.
and like Death Becomes Her are the only two that I can think of that are like high
L-
camp.
I just really loved it. And to be honest, I'm not like normally crazy about Broadway musicals. But I think I could get behind doing the hair for it.
Hmm.
But Death Becomes Her is like top for me.
I mean,
I
like,
will say I did doze off at one point, but here's the thing, I can fall asleep anywhere. So it was like a couple seconds, I put my head back, and then like I was like back in it.
you rose from the dead.
Yes, I will say there was one time me and Lisa I think we had flown in at like through like 4 in the morning, something like that. Or we worked and she did interviews super early. And then we went and saw a Broadway musical. We were like kind of front row. We both dozed off. We had
Oh
to
no.
leave during intermission because it was so embarrassing. I think a lot of people were staring at us.
Oh no.
Mine was kind of like this. And
Uh-huh.
I would look over, she would be awake, and then I would fall asleep, she would fall asleep, and we were just
Oh
like, we need to
no.
go back to our hotel. I'm not gonna say
Oh,
what play it was, but and it was good. It was just we were so exhausted.
yeah. No, I've been to shows where I've been like, I just flew in, I'm traveling, but I have a ticket to see the show. And should I have chosen a more high intensity show? Probably, but I didn't. And that
And you
was
fell
on
asleep.
me. And that
Yeah.
was on me.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, there's so few like big like brassy shows. Well, no, that's a lie. There's not like high camp shows on Broadway right now except for like Death Becomes Her. Some people
Yes.
are saying Smashes, but I've also not heard a lot about Smash.
Smash. Smash
Do
it.
you know the TV show?
No.
It was years ago. I want to say it was like 2012, 2013, maybe. There's an NBC show called
Uh
Smash, and it
huh.
was about the making of a musical called
Okay.
Bombshell, a
Oh,
musical
okay.
of Marilyn Monroe. They've just taken season one essentially of the TV show and they've turned it into a musical. But I feel like that would also be fun if you wanted to like designing wigs for someone who like already has like such an iconic
Oh,
look.
totally. Yes. Yeah, like Marilyn Branlin is I think she's such an icon,
Hmm.
like just with everything, like such a pioneer, just for every category.
Oh
I
yeah.
just yeah. And like she died young, and like I'm all for dying young. I don't know. I am. You know, like I'm like so comfortable with death, and I feel like this is totally off topic, but I feel like I'm super healthy and take care of myself, but I'm also in my head, I'm like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And I don't like smoke cigarettes. And my friends are like, when are you gonna like smoke cigarettes and start doing something crazy? And I'm like, I wanna make sure I look good while I'm here, but
Right, right.
I don't know. I I I feel like she had the right thing. But she was so damaged by the industry at that
Oh
time too.
yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say, do you ever read any of the comments like when there are photos of you and Lisa like walking around on the fan pages?
Never. Never. I don't look at any comments unless they're like my own, then I'll glance at them, but I don't look at any of that stuff.
It's
Like,
just so funny to me because like I don't follow any fan pages for Lisa, but they do pop up
mhm,
like on my page clearly because I
mhm.
follow her and I like a lot of the stuff she does. And everyone, there's the photos of
Are there
her from.
bad comments about me?
No,
Oh.
literally everyone is like, "Who is that on her arm?" And I'm
Oh
like,
my God, stop
That's her
it.
hairstylist. Do not wear." And everyone's like, "Okay, Lisa, go." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 you
Oh,
guys."
they think that's like her.
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm
And
so
then
dead.
the week that I saw you in Philly, you have your big like water bottle.
Oh,
And
yes.
everyone was like, "Is that Lisa's?" And I was like, "Babes, no. That's
Oh my
not
God.
Lisa's."
Like no,
That
no.
is
She
so
always makes fun of me for having my big wall. I take it everywhere. I take it on the plane. I take it everywhere to the dentist office.
Oh my God.
I could care less with it. I kind of care less what anyone thinks. Like
That is like, how much is that? Like, how much water can
it's
is
one
in that?
gallon.
Oh my God. You know what? But I think I would rather use that, especially if I like a cold water, than like people who just carry around the big jugs.
Yeah. Well, mine's a big jug.
I know, but yours is like an insulated like thing.
Oh, yes, 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 yeah.
Like instead of just going to like, CVS and just buying a big jug of water.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like a little eco like friendly here
Yeah.
and
And it
but
matches the fit
yes.
always.
Yes.
Like it
Yes. And
has to
like
do that.
yeah, and I'm also carrying like weight with me so it's like I'm kind of working out and
I think I held it for like 2 seconds and I was like, this is
too much. It's
dumb.
too much. There's a lot of
I
things.
mean, I carry this around.
Okay. I love that. But you know what? It matches the
I
interior.
know. It
Yes.
does. This is my like Cinderella cup because she's a little sparkly.
It's like
Got the shimmer.
it's like a Tiffany's blue.
That's literally growing up. That is how I would describe my favorite color. People would be like, "What's your favorite color?" And I'd be like, "Blue," but I have a very specific blue. And be like, "Tiffany blue is literally the amount
Your
of
favorite.
chevron that I owned of that color is crazy because I grew up in the South of the years that chevron was all
What's
you could
Chevron?
wear.
The gas
Chevron is
station?
like no. No, like the pattern that's like like
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
the chevron pattern is I think I had like so many bags that were that and my monogram. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, so like
Oh,
monograms,
okay.
pearls, like the preppy style was what I grew up with.
Yes.
And the Tiffany blue.
Oh, okay, were you wearing like Abercrombie and Fitch during that time? Yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes, yes. I will say that during that time they had the best like design of like pants. Like the material was so good.
Hmm.
And if you go there now, trash.
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
Trash. I normally buy all my stuff like I would say 90% of my stuff is reusable, but I usually get it made for my friend.
Hmm.
His his brand's called Planeta, and then he also has Hologram City, and he kind of makes all my clothes for me.
Wait, is that what you were wearing when we went to the that garden thing in Philly?
Probably I like I he makes so much he makes pants for me, he makes shirts. He makes like shorts for me. Like I went to see
Oh, maybe it was the
Beyonce.
shorts. I think I've asked you about your shorts before because they're so cool.
Yes, he makes them.
Okay, you just brought up Beyonce, so now we have to talk about her.
Okay, okay.
You went to Cowboy Carter.
Cowboy Carter, yes.
How was that?
It was so
Which
good.
night did you go? You went in LA,
I
right?
yes, I went Thursday night. So I think I went the second show,
Oh,
and
okay.
the second show had so many like mishaps. Not on her part, it was more like behind scenes, like
Yeah.
people weren't doing their part. There was one point where you're watching it and it's the transition of her going back to the Renaissance, and
Hmm.
it's like the two like
Oh, the weird like
robot.
arm things.
Yes, and they have the frames, like one's in front of her and one's back behind her, and she couldn't find her mark, and you could feel like the anxiety from her because
Hmm.
she couldn't find her mark, and she was afraid she was going to get hit, and
Yeah.
you could feel it because you're like, something's
Something's not
wrong.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, because she looks so scared. She's like looking like this, and then I'm like, bitch, are you doing a stunt?
No, because when Beyonce starts looking around like that, you're like, something's wrong. This is not I think I
Yes.
saw a video because everyone likes to quote this someone's getting fired. And
Yes.
I
Yes.
saw that video of someone like from the pit who was like filming and they were like, someone's getting fired today. And I was like, yeah,
Yes.
probably.
I don't think, because I have friends that work for Beyonce, like on like the wardrobe side.
Hmm.
She I don't think she I think she will definitely like rip them a new one, but I don't think she'll fire them.
Yeah.
Because the economy we live in, like jobs are tough. Life is like life
Well, I just
in.
saw an interview that her mom did, and she was like, yeah, she can be a bitch backstage, but then she apologizes at the end of the show because she
Yeah.
knows. And I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
she's putting on a show that people paid a lot of money to come and
Yes.
see. So, like, yeah, I would probably also be mad, especially if my life is in danger.
Yes, absolutely. And to be honest, she is the like I would say like Janet, but like Janet Jackson, but like Beyonce has surpassed Janet
Hmm.
in that realm. But Beyonce is the best performer living on this earth.
Oh my God, she's so good. I saw her in here when she was in Jersey, New York, whenever you want to, I guess it was a New York show. The
For
shirts were
Cowboy
the statue.
Carter?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And what do you think?
Oh my God. Well, first off, it was pouring rain the entire three
I
hours.
saw that. I saw that. And it was like what and it wasn't like it was windy.
It
Like
was
people had like
wind. Yes,
ponchos.
it was literally, I thought I was gonna have like a terrible time. But I think wore like natural hair. She didn't do any wigs.
No, it was a
Or
wig.
maybe it was a wig. I don't
It
even
was a
know.
wig. It
I
was
don't,
it's because it started out curly and then it got
yeah,
wet
it was like,
and then
yeah,
became like wavy, wet.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
like obsessed with that. Like I love that look so much more than
Me
like the
too.
super straight. I don't know. And
Yes.
then a lot of the stuff was like under, like a lot of, I think some of the solo stuff that she normally would like stand in the middle, she
Yeah.
was actually like in the back, like
Ah,
in the
okay.
back so that she
So
wasn't
she didn't
getting.
come out to the crowd.
No, she did. I think
Oh,
just some
okay.
moments they were like, we're gonna stand. Because I saw some videos of other moments and like photos, and she was like
Uh-huh.
not back there,
Got
like
it.
in that like thing that in the triangle thing, whatever it is, that's like
Yeah.
in the back of the stage. But like she still came out. They had every during every like little interlude, they had people like squeegeeing the stage. And I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
I mean that makes sense, but like literally she would come back on stage and it would just look like because it was pouring so
Flawless.
much. No, like well, she would look great. I also was like, what in the world are they using on their face? Because her makeup did not move. Apparently it's one size. But
Yeah.
that was like so much fun. Cause she also like she performed down because it was raining because we were all like kind of miserable because it was cold. It was like in the
On top of the rain.
yes, it was like in the 50s, maybe like upper 50s,
Oh my
60s, and
God.
then pouring rain.
Those
And
are two fans.
it did not let up until literally when they brought out the Statue of Liberty head at the end.
Damn.
That is the
Okay.
only time it stopped, and she did the oh, I was there the night she did the gender reveal.
Oh, okay,
I saw
okay. I
that.
did see that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was really cute. It's so good. Wait, so you would want to do like wigs for something like that?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would like to go on tour for an artist like that. Like that would be like it would be great. I would be like living for sure.
Okay, so my last question that well, I have two questions, but I feel like you're not going to be able to answer one of them,
Okay.
but I could be wrong. I'm assuming. Do you have so the show is called I'll Drink to That, obviously, which is a Stephen
Okay.
Sondheim reference.
Okay.
Do you know any Stephen Sondheim shows? And if you do, do you have a favorite one?
I don't even know who that is.
Stephen Sondheim is like he is like a pillar of the musical theater community. He wrote shows
Okay.
like Into the Woods, um, Sweeney Todd, if you know Sweeney
Okay.
Todd.
Into the Woods, is that like a sexual like innuendo?
No, I wish it was.
Oh.
That would be really
Oh.
funny if it was though. No, Into the Woods is like it's like if you took the Grimm's fairy tales and turned it into a musical and made it like slightly less
Oh.
scary.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it's for like my head goes to like Brokeback Mountain, like into the wood. That's when you know you're gay.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my second question before we log off is if we are going out
Okay.
and I'm ordering us drinks and I know your
Okay.
drink, what is your go-to drink that like all of your friends should know? This is what you're
Um,
getting.
I'm a tequila kind of girl.
Mm.
But yeah, I would do tequila and this is really bad and just like a club soda and water. Like super
Sometimes that's the
but like
best.
top tier tequila. Like
Uh,
I don't want anything like
Noel.
no. Absolutely
No
not.
Don
Like I'm
Julio, no.
no, absolutely not. Like I'm Hispanic and Spanish and like I don't know, like tequila like gives me energy, but to be quite honest, I hardly drink.
Mm.
I hardly and there's no reason. It's like I'm not like a sober or anything. I never drink. I was in a relationship for like 10 years and I don't think my boyfriend only saw me drunk once and he doesn't even remember it.
Ah,
Doesn't even remember.
well, sometimes it's just like I drink socially.
Okay.
And I'm like looking over, I have two bottles of bourbon that are only half full, and I don't even think I drank most of that. Like usually when people come over, they drink
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I
And
do
I'm
the
like,
same.
yeah,
I
I
have like
don't
I have wine that like at my place, but like I only have it for when people come over.
yeah. I like don't even buy wine because even if I wanted wine, I can't finish a bottle. Like even in two
Yeah.
days, it's not a thing.
Mm,
It's a waste of money for me.
I hear you.
Okay, well, thank you for sitting and chatting with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having
It
me.
was so fun to chat with you. I don't think I've ever talked with anyone who works like behind the scenes on TV film.
Really?
Mm-mm. Usually I'm talking with like actors or directors.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So this was fun.
I feel that. That like I would say like my end goal is to like write or like direct. Like eventually.
Right.
Wear many hats.
Yeah. And then you can cast me.
Yeah, period.
All right.
Period.
Okay. Well, happy Pride. Thanks for
Happy
joining me.
Pride. Of course. Thank you for having me.
And I will put all of your socials and stuff in the end credit thing that I'm gonna record later.
Amazing.
And I will see you in Philly maybe
Yes. When is that?
sometime next month, I think.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, I have to hop on this other call,
Yeah, go
but
ahead. Go
it
ahead.
was so nice chatting with you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'll chat with you later.
Bye.
Bye.